Today, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's a special Halloween presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. And the New York Jets taking on Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals.
We're situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. A few moments ago, the crowd here was on their feet as their beloved Jets made their way out of the tunnel. They're ready to go. We're ready to go, and it should be a good one as those New York Jets get set to face off with the Cincinnati Bengals. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you look at this Jets ball club. Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Jets about set to go on offense, led by their rookie quarterback for 2021, the second overall pick, Zach Wilson out of BYU.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. There's what Carter did in last week's effort. 17 carries, 101 yards, and a score. From the 31, Wilson will get this into the hands of Braxton Berrios.
And the way they ran the ball in last week's game has to be satisfying to their entire staff because they're seeing not just a back gain big yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line really in sync.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now, this defense for the Bengals, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. From the gun, it's a handoff to Coleman. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line. Time to see the Bengals offense go to work. And leading them out, the #1 overall pick in the 2020 draft, Joe Burrow, now his 2nd season out of LSU.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one. The numbers for Mixon last week, 18 carries, 106 yards.
They look like a team that really emphasized the running game in the offseason. They were going to build around it. Didn't matter if they were going to run gap scheme, power scheme, whatever. They've got a runner who finds yardage if you give him just a little bit of space.
First down. Here's Burrow. Open man is Uzomah. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
From the 27, Burrow. Open man is Higgins. Puts it on the carpet. It's out, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. These deep. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now it's Burrow. Over the middle, he finds Higgins. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. This is caught. It's Boyd. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Tyler Boyd, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead. Evan McPherson for the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it ends with a Bengals score. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. 2 division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you talk about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I was so excited about this game because to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these two teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And he'll run here with Carter. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Play action. It's Wilson. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. They'll run. It's Carter. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Griffin. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. On 2nd down, a run with Carter. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 1st down, right back to Carter. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Wilson. Flush to his right. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Now Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll make it second down. Back to the ground with Carter. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Michael Carter with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it was capped off by the rookie Michael Carter's touchdown run. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. No return here for Wilson. To touch back, it'll come out to the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. They'll contain him to just 4, second down. Burrow will throw. Going for the deep ball. It got his man complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
And McPherson on for the extra point. He's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain? Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off at the 49. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. And I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Burrow looking to pass. He's got Higgins over the middle. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. This will be incomplete. Oh, a dream chance for a D lineman, but he couldn't pull that one in. Throwing again, it's Burrow. Here's Higgins out on the right side. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Throw right side, pulled in by Higgins. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Now Burrow on 1st down. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
After the interception, here's Wilson, eluding the pressure right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. Flushed out right. He'll get this to Coleman. Room here to run. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. It's a big play that time by the Jets. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. And it's a rush to the line right now for the Jets. Escaping the pressure right. Throwing right, and that's complete. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. On 3rd down, here's Coleman. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Tevin Coleman, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Well, they were looking to pick up the first down on 3rd and short. They got a little more than they bargained for, finding the end zone as well.
And oftentimes in short yardage situations, you get a lot of defenders stacked near the line of scrimmage, partner. So if you can get past that first wave, there's usually room to roll, and he found it.
So the Jet offense staying on the field. They're going to go for 2. Wilson going to throw for it to the end zone, but it's incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage. Put your heels up.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Here we go. So we are at halftime here on Halloween. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, make sure you avoid the crazies out there and welcome in everybody to this Halloween edition of our EA Sports Halftime Report. We'll begin in Orchard Park, an AFC East matchup between Miami and Buffalo. And it's the Bills with the lead in the second quarter. Josh Allen has thrown 2 touchdown passes. From there, we'll make the trip down to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And they trail in that ball game to the visiting Tennessee Titans. Derrick Henry has a touchdown run. Finally, let's get down to Houston. Check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting LA Rams. David Johnson has a touchdown run. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. So here are the Bengals set to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Mixon will get it to start the second half. Oh, he's got some breathing room. The 30. And DP goes into Jets territory before being taken down. 86 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Mixon. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. McPherson now for the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8. So that drive, 4 plays. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Wilson. Caught here by Griffin. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Throwing again on second down. Wilson. He finds Corey Davis. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 17-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Griffin. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Ball at the 8 here for 2nd and a yard, maybe a touch less. Throwing is Wilson, rolling to his right. Caught on a slant. And the Jets are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Carter will take this one in. Touchdown, New York. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
So the Jet offense staying on the field. They're going to go for 2. They'll look to throw. Throws right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 99 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. 2nd and 8. Now Burrow. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that could be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got called for the penalty.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Dumps it off to Mixon. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now Carter. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. A handoff for Carter. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. From the shotgun. Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. Here's 2nd and 10. Wilson. And this is incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And bringing it in, it's Davis.
Now that...
Zach Taylor's made the decision. He's going to go ahead and throw out the red challenge flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So a good decision that time by Zach Taylor. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. He will find his man Chase complete. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And down to the 11. 161 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A first carry for Samaje Perine. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon. And he will not be able to get the first as he can get this only down to the 5. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. McPherson's kick is good. And with that, they will move out in front by 3. So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
Another drive coming up for New York's offense. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Drops it off for Coleman. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Now they hand off to Coleman. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
Now Wilson on 1st down. This one complete to Coleman. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Wilson to throw. Got a man. It's Barrios complete. And the Jets are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
That's a nice job right there, partner, because they were able to work down the middle of the field, working in the seams, because I think defensively they were guarding the sidelines, trying to keep them from getting out of bounds. They took what they gave them, and it was successful.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Here's Wilson. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
How many people watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one, because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. A 10-play drive that time. And it's capped off by the late touchdown that puts him out in front here in the final minute of the contest. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll start things out at the 25. So Burrow and the Bengals down 28-24, 30 seconds to go. And they've got to travel the full 75 yards, and time is obviously a huge factor here. 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. Connecting with Mixon, and he'll have a 1st down, but a great tackle there keeps him from getting to the boundary. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. To throw, Burrow. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Throwing, Burrow. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Hall. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Well, Charles, exciting to the very end. That's what we just saw in this game. Final play there, had it in the red zone, but anytime you're outside of the 10, that's tough. Trying to draw up a final play to get in, and they couldn't do it.
It certainly is. So what they were looking for was, extra time. Too bad it's not FIFA soccer, right? Where you get a little bit of extra, and you get a chance to run a couple more plays and maybe get closer and take that last shot into the end zone. So for the Jets, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And